Architectural Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
Bommer, spring hinges, closers.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So I have a house that was built in 1960. It has the traditional pass door between the kitchen and the dining room that has the spring-loaded hinge on the bottom that works on the bottom, and then just a pivot point at the top of the door. There are no.
It's called a horizontal pivot, not a spring hinge.
Okay. All right. Okay. Horizontal pivot. Yeah. See, I don't know anything about this, except that it's like the door's not mounted to the frame; it's mounted to the floor and the top of the frame with the pivot point. Horizontal. What'd you call it? A horizontal spring?
That's a horizontal spring pivot, is what that is.
Pivot. Okay. So I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's a Bommer because of pictures I've seen and looking at it. What I'd like to do is replace the decorative plates that are on the outside because they've taken a beating over the years. And through I don't know what, but the pivot mechanism at the top seems to be probably worn, and I don't know how effective it is. So I'd like to replace that pivot mechanism up top too. Is there some way that we can talk this through and figure it out? Because I'm not sure exactly which model it is, or is there a way for me to figure out what model it is?
I would say yes. I don't know that you really need to go to all of that effort
Okay.
because it just probably isn't necessary. If you were to search for these following words in the search box, Bommer trim plate in the site, you will certainly find several pages. And there are only two different styles, but then there are two different derivatives of each style. But that will render itself unimportant after we determine which of the two styles you have.
Okay, so if I'm on your site, which I'm going to go to right now, and in the search, I put Bommer, and what else?
Trim
plate?
Plate. Yeah, trim plate. It's two words.
Oh, yes, okay. Okay, yes. Now, I can tell you that the one that I have does have the bulge on the side.
Okay, so then you're on the right section. Then after that, what finish do you want?
Is it a polished brass?
Could be. If that's the one you want, then you literally want the second one down that ends in 632.
Okay. Now, as I look at the image, the way this one is installed, that the portion to the left of the bulge is actually bent around the door. Is that a typical installation?
Well, there will be a return flange on the back side of that.
Okay. Okay. Well, it certainly looks a whole lot like what I'm looking at here, so that's good. Okay. So I'm going to add that to my cart. Right? Polished brass plated. Excellent. Okay. Now, how about the pivot gizmo on the top?
So in the search box, type in the number 7890. And then hit enter or click go, and it'll be the top item that comes up.
Yes, that looks like it would work. It's different than what I have, but I think it's probably more effective than what I have. Mine is just a little nib that's protruding down from the door frame. This looks like it has a decent protrusion there that's going to give me a little more to work with. Okay, I'm going to add that to my cart too. and I think that you have pretty well taken care of things for me. Any tips on remounting this door? Do you have any experience with this?
Well, I mean, just take the process by which you engage in, removing it in reverse.
Removing it and reverse it, yeah.
I mean, not to be coy, but it's that simple.
Sure. What I need to deal with here, I think, is apparently, I don't know why, but there is a wood block between the actual floor and the mounting plate of the pivot spring. So it's been raised, maybe to accommodate carpeting at one point, but it has split, and I need to replace that piece of wood. But I think you're right. If I just, okay. Well, what is your name, sir?
My name is Richard.
Richard, you're awesome.
You just happen to. If you were to ask me about a different subject matter, I might blow it. But you happen to call, talk to me about something I know about.
Yeah. No, I have to tell you, and again, I'm just, I don't know. I don't even know if these things are still made as I'm approaching this problem, and so I didn't know it was a Bomber. I didn't know what it was. I just threw between YouTube videos and Google searches and whatever. I was fairly confident it was a Bomber. So then I posted, I searched for Bomber parts. If you haven't, I got to tell you the story.
Yeah.
And I ran into one of your competitors, probably, who considered another supplier of these things. And I called and basically had this same conversation. Oh, well, you need to take some pictures of that and send them to me, and I'll send them off to somebody who knows something about them. Okay. So weeks go by, and I don't hear anything. So I call, and it's like, well, what was your name? That email. I said, tell you what, I'm looking at it. I'll send it to you again. So through a series of phone calls, I ended up talking to somebody who said, well, you should be able to find everything you need on the website. And that was the extent of their help. So you guys are doing it right.
Well, there's 5 generations of us here that, well, not all at one time. Not currently. That would be quite a group. But, it's just what we do. And, Amazon is great, but you can't call them for tech support.
Well, no. And this wasn't even, this was another architectural, supply house that handled these things. And they had no interest in solving my problem. None whatsoever. So,
has anyone told you to switch gears that you sound like James Spader?
No.
No one's ever said that?
Wow.
You sound very much like James Spader.
Wow,
anyway,
that's quite the compliment. I love James Spader.
I just watched Lincoln last weekend, and he's good.
Yeah,
he's good, no doubt.
He is good. Yeah, I've been a fan for a long time. Okay, well, thank you, Richard. I appreciate your help, and I'll be filling out my credit card. What's the turnaround time on these orders?
Oh, something like that. It's got to come in on our stock order from Bommer, which we send in on Tuesdays, I think. So probably a week and a half by the time I'd see the material, plus then transit time to you. Okay.
All right. I won't freak out for like a month.
No need to freak out, but yes, we'll definitely send you a tracking number when it ships.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate your help. Have a good afternoon.
Yeah. You too, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.